beat. It's a score. This is a movie. You're watching a movie, bro.
Put some respect.
Put some respect. You know, when you're looking for emotion, you can't go wrong with like piano and strings, dramatic strings, bro. Like, and we're talking. This is before the drums. They're not drums. We're talking pure musicality. Actually, like the piano was like an electric piano.
Yeah, because
it was like it was an electric piano. Yeah, or roots piano actually. The beat should be dope. Like even if you remove like certain elements, like beat from the strings only, it's too much. Let's remove that. Let's take the wah wah. Could be its own track.
I think you should tell them niggas to invest in some good headphones. Because I'm sure people didn't hear these elements.
Yeah. It's like raindrops. It's like raindrops, bro.
It's crazy.
So each section, first section, so MAGITARE opens up like a sort of like almost like a funnel, sort of. It starts off like closed, opens up, something like that. So it opens up, especially on the second verse, it really opens up. Then on Massey's verse, we really bring it back. I'm sure people like felt like, yo, there's something different. Like when it gets to Massey's verse, it goes like, because on Massey's verse, they kept the bass and like the main. So people didn't hear that. I don't know which part this is. I'm chasing dreams like a coca smoker. Someone was like Massey has a Tupac type like vibe, like the way his cadence is.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo. So that's why I made sure that like on his verse, like it gets like.
I'm chasing dreams like a coca chaser.
And if you notice, yeah, because on the chorus there's like a lead guitar. Where's our chorus? Damn, too many elements, bro. The end. Yo, I don't want to talk too much about the end because it's too much. The end is too much. You think the beginning is dope, but like that last part, that last chorus is special. Oh yeah. So on the chorus, here we go. So what takes?
Was this instrumental done in one session or it was just?
This one was done over time. Because yeah, the thing is, like a lot of people hitting me up, they're like, yo, this is real rap. Like, yo, this is real rap. But I was like actually influenced by rock. Like I was influenced by Linkin Park. So even the working title, even if you see the name of the beat is linked in Park. You know, so like when I initially, the problem is, you see, I post these beats like on my status, right? And I'm like, yo, this beat is available for copy. I'm like, yo, don't mess with this.
They're playing around.
Don't mess with this.
I'm
gonna take it for myself.
So I'm saying they need to invest in good headphones.
They need to invest in good headphones. I think this could be like one of the first elements actually. Then go into like the lead. So it's like it's got a lot of reverb. The piano. So for Massey's verse, I added like it was a bit different though, because it's like. Listen, a flute can be too much. This is one of my favorite elements on the whole beat.
Okay, that's great. My God.
This is like a scene from a movie. So MAGITARE plays out like, I don't know if it's a beat or a score. Like I'm like, yo, is this a, like, I mean, I guess it's a beat, but like.
So that's like the instrumental.
But there's the end part. The So basically what happens is like it's a half timer, so it cuts the tempo in half, so it actually slows everything down. So if you remove the effect, it's just MAGITARE instrumental / score. What up? This is Nirvana Studio, by the way. There was no intro. The intro is the music.
We're in studio.
Yeah, we're out here. This is the factory. Gourmet food, gourmet level music. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional with it.
How are you feeling about the response so far for the song?
I'm kinda.
We don't want a PR answer as well.
I don't know why Rock Nation ain't on the phone right now. It's actually dope. The response was very cool. It was a very gutsy decision to drop this type of record in the time that we're in, where like it's very like shorter attention span, and like songs which are like 2 minutes runtime. So to make a song that's like, how long is MAGITARE actually? So like 3 minutes 43, 3 verses, unconventional beats.
No 808s.
No 808s.
Just drums.
No 808s. And I love 808s, but like, yo, this one particularly just dropped with drums like this type of sound. You know, it's interesting when like, you know, you have like, not old hits. the OGs pretty much going like, yo, we love this record, but then you have kids actually going like, yo, we love this record as well, which just shows that music transcends. Like, you know, trends are such a small part of like what music can potentially be. Like just by having an intentional concept and delivering in the right way, you can touch all, all ages. So the response has been like really dope. It's been, and what my favorite thing is like people are going like, yo, this is different. It's good different. It's like, okay, this is what's out right now. This guy is going with his own lane, he's doing his own thing, so it sets a precedent that like this album is gonna be, it's like, okay, it's like cleansing the palate. Like you're not going in with expectations like, yo, he's gonna give us 10,000 records like this. And if you're expecting like 10 MAGITAREs,
short-lived
you might have to log out. 10 MAGITAREs. Listen to MAGITARE, appreciate it for what it is, but then open your mind up for like, because this is really a well-curated world. So.
Album coming soon.
Album coming soon. Niggas want a date, but just know we're operating.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Everything is coming soon. Even if it's coming next year, it's coming soon.
Give them a time. We don't give them a date.
Exactly. Give them time.
Midnight.
You know what I'm saying? We just be like, yo, out at midnight. Yeah. I'm not tired, man. It's dope, man. It's dope. It's a record I vibe with. And the thing is, the way it was created was super organic. Like, it was not overthinking. It was initially, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna have a record that has a rock type feel on my project. Like, in my room, there's like this, like, I was looking at this track list, and it was just like, on my guitar, it was like rock type. I didn't even know what the lyrics were gonna be. So, what happened was, I was like, yo, I know this rock type beat, I need King Massey to be on this track. I don't know what this track is gonna be about, but King Massey is definitely gonna be on this track. So, I think, and obviously it was influenced by like Linkin Park, rock rap type thing, collision course type vibes. So I was like, yo, what if, because over the years, obviously, I've known Massey over years, and I was like, I need a record where like he's being very him and me being very me, like I'm talking my story, predominantly English raps, he's doing his story, predominantly Shona raps, and it just comes together in a way that's just like, poof,
Yeah, it's crazy.
So when it came through, I was like, in the evolution of music, I was like, okay, I need a song where it's like a timestamp, where like people feel like, MAGITARE. Remember when MAGITARE was out? Things were good when MAGITARE was out. So I remember records like that, which I even heard from Zim, where it was like when The Realness was out by 10 Diamond and Junior Brown back in the day. I was like, yo, when I heard The Realness, I was like, yo, this is like such a timestamp type record. So I was like, yo, like let's cut away all the like poppy type stuff, and like let's give people like a record which is like, this feels like it could be, one of the best rap records ever made, Doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying it is, I'm saying it should feel like when you listen, when you press play, it's like, yo, two articulate rap maestros with a history, talking about their history and something relevant to them, but can be consumed internationally, So, yeah, it's exportable music.
It's crazy. But just dive into the raps a bit.
Yeah.
Into the lyrical content.
Into the bars.
Because we trying to know what hood you from. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You talking about Simba. You talking about
Simba. I was talking about. Yo, okay, so I start off my verse like, I've been feeling like Simba, got a scar from my childhood. Timon and Pumbaa didn't make it down to my hood. Hakuna Matata, more like Hakuna Matgets. While others focused on trip, woke up in cold sweats. So it's like, obviously we've all watched The Lion King, and The Lion King was trying to do his thing, and there was like, obviously his nemesis, Scar. But in that verse, I'm talking about like, I've got a scar, literally a scar from my childhood. 2 scars, a literal scar, then obviously like maybe some traumatic stuff that happened. I've got a scar from my childhood, So it's like, at least in The Lion King, he had Timon and Pumbaa come through and like go like, yo, nah, Hakuna Matata, everything's cool. And I'm like, Hakuna Matata, more like Hakuna Magets. But then, yes, I was talking about the power situation that like electricity goes, but it's also like foreshadowing. About 3 lines later, it's like Hakuna Matata, more like Hakuna Magets, while others focused on drip, woke up in cold sweats. Those were dark times. So it's about the dark times. Like Hakuna Magets in general, like it was dark times.
Them with the entendre.
Exactly. It was dark times. You know, while others, woke up in cold sweats, while others focused on drip because, you know, obviously sweat drips down your face. So others focused on drip. I woke up in cold sweats. So the drip was different for me. You know what I'm saying? The lyricism, bro. This is a bar.
So to speak.
Hakuna Magets. Those were dark times. I felt so confined, no trigonometry, I had no cosine. You know, like I like putting maths bars in my raps because I sucked at math in school. So it's like my way of just going like, you know what? Screw you maths teachers who gave me a hard time about math. I'm using math in my rap bars, you know what I'm saying? So I remember what's it called, trigonometry and sine, cosine, and what. So I was like, yo, no trigonometry, I had no cosine, you know, because for the longest time I remember looking for like a cosine and I just had to like figure stuff out on my own. But it's also a foreshadowing for, it's all about angles. How do you view life? You see, so on some level, like I paid attention in class, you know. It's all about angles. How do you view life? Like Hugo Bismarck, I'm building a new life. So
That one definitely went over my head.
I was tuned into like the New Life service once, and I was like, yo, I was enjoying the preaching, and like they were talking about how like he's building like a new church for like New Life. He's actually building like a new, like they're building a church. So I was like, oh, I guess I drew inspiration from that, and I'm like, since I'm trying to make some changes in life, I'm building a new life. Like Hugo Bismarck, I'm building a new life, because literally building a new life. Of new life. Building a new life. Covenant, corridor pact, mine is an impact. Watch my dreams come into life, legacies intact. How would mine not verified when I just spit facts? That's a point you can't deny. Listen to big facts. You know, that one, yeah, obviously I was talking about Big Facts Freestyle from my previous, well, that's actually 2 projects back if I count Pragmatic Patience. That's for the Fight or Flight pack. It was Big Facts Freestyle, where I was holding myself accountable about some stuff. So I'm like, how am I not verified? Why is verification something, you know? Obviously, no, shout out to Elon, like you can buy the blue tick now and stuff. But I feel like because I tell the truth, I should be verified. I'm verified in the streets, I guess. Verified in the streets. Then we go to Freestyle from Fight or Flight pack. What a throwback, might have been a buy, didn't catch. These days achieve my dreams and ask what's the catch, because when I look back I never had it like that. So it's just going like appreciating that like your times have changed and like a lot of great and amazing things are happening, and it's just like, yo, what's the catch? You know, sometimes you can get nervous when a lot of good things are happening, because you're like, damn, like this kid just gets swooped out at any time. So you're just like, yo, what's the catch? Yeah. Then we get into the chorus. Then we start off the second verse with like, yo, you know, this cartoon, funny enough, it's so weird that I started with this cartoon. It wasn't even one of my favorite cartoons, but like, it's just a cartoon that just sprung up when I was writing the bars. When I was younger, didn't listen to the Beatles, but I knew about the Buggies, watching Magica, exploring the solar system. So Magica was this cartoon which was on ZBC, which was about this weird character who goes from planet to planet, and it's like a game show. And then the interludes, the intermissions between like when they're going from planet to planet, they have this band called the Buggies, right? It's like a mosquito, it's got like these insects playing. So it's like, yo, so it's the play on words there is about insects, Beatles, the Buggies. So when I was younger, I didn't listen to the Beatles, but I knew about the Buggies, watching Magic, exploring the solar system. I was comfy in the living room, orange carpet with my safe space in the afternoon. That was after school. So that's like I grew up on a farm in Gweru. In the living room there was an orange carpet. I loved watching cartoons, so it was my safe space in the living room. That was after school. I had to rely on my imagination. No friends on a farm, no friends around. What a situation. So I like everyone else at school, like stayed in Gweru, like the city, and I was like 20 k's out from Gweru. So I had no friends around, so I had to rely on my imagination. So envision like all these complex worlds and stuff like that. Yeah, I would be thinking of like all these worlds and playing with my imagination. On the farm, no friends around, what a situation. Used to go to Harare on every school vacation to get a dose of the city like it was medication. So it was like on the school holidays, I would come to my grandma's house in Harare and like just get a dose of the city life. Yeah, we'd even go to agricultural show, have like a couple of toffee apples, it was interesting, but it was cool. So it was just like a nice break from like being in a smaller city and staying like remote. So that's why it was like medication, because it was like, okay, it was also kind of therapeutic just to see a different walk of life and have your friends here. Then fast forward to 06, became a PE boy, met Massey in hostel, but we weren't really boys. Like, look, we weren't boys. Like I don't think I was cool with Massey. Like when we first met, like in 4-1, because we were in the same hostel when we got to Prince Edward. And like, things were tough, bro. Like, like it was like that's why I was like military vibes, toughen up or don't have a voice, because like it was literally on some like, you had to be tough to survive that. So we're in hostel together. Yeah. Fast forward to 06, became a PE boy, met Massey in hostel, but we weren't really boys in a dog school. Didn't have a choice. Military vibes, toughen up or don't have a voice. Who knew we'd make songs together? No forecast, we had so many storms to weather. You see, there was no forecast, we couldn't see that coming. We had so many storms to weather. These are bars, bro.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. Storms to weather, tough skins like leather, dreams of Coachella. Only constant is changed like the life of a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? So the same way that life has so many changes and a story has so many ups and downs, like the story that I'm telling, it's like the life of a teller, but I'm also talking about like a teller who's on a till and they have to constantly give change. But I'm a storyteller. So the change I give is more of the fluctuations in the story.
Man, just stop playing, dog.
Stop playing with me, y'all. Stop playing. Yeah. So I think that's mostly my verse. I like Massey's verse is crazy. And funny enough, is like I actually started writing after I got Massey's verse. It's not like I had my verse already ready and then Massey was there, because initially I wanted it to be like a rock record. So at some point I wanted a rock band to do the chorus. But then when Massey, I was like, just have your hand at the chorus. I was like, MAGITARE. See that? I was like, okay, this is cool. This is like reminiscing. This is like dope. So I actually wrote my verse after his. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I love the way, like, just the cadence, the ways, like dropping the bars on bars on bars, and the like global references, leaning like Tower de Pisa. Like. I'm saying, I'm chasing dreams like a Guka smoker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And just like the imagery that he was just giving. Dinner 6 no talking about 7. That's like a line that took me out, because it's just like, damn. It's like, my meets up a mangoma. Because we're two big, tall guys. It's like, dinner 6 no talking about 7. Can I do no really drama? Masingie Giringo 6 Niembuzi because he's the GOAT. Like, that's like, I love verses that I know there's a certain generation who will be like, what is that? And may actually like Google and go like, Mbuzi Adura Gringo, what is the vibe? And just having a song that gives that is like, it's dope. So on a lyrical level, that's what we're working with MAGITARE. Yeah. We're gonna talk about like the mix and vocal processing and some real intricate.
So conclusion of the matter is pay attention, listen.
Pay attention.
This is it's more than an MP3.
No, it's more than MP3.
It's music. It's a life story.
Yeah.
But what was the inspiration of, or not really the inspiration? Why did you decide to have 3 verses on the song. Cubase in the cut.
Cubase in the cut. Why 3 verses? It was also kind of me trolling. It's like, yeah, okay. I think it was literally like my reply to "I Just Wanna Rock" by Lil Uzi. I just wanna rock. I was like, I wanna make something that's so opposite of this, but still gets people hyped.
Yeah.
And doesn't feel like it's like, yo, this is real rap, bro. Like, we come here. It's like, nah.
We don't want
Nah. It's just good music.
backpackers in the front row.
Exactly. You know, and it's not like I have even a problem with like I wanna rock. I mean, it's obviously a sound which is like that's the sound that's current. That's what people are doing, and you know, on a specific occasion, it might be like the type of vibe that you know you're going for. But I was like, yo, let's make a record that's like that's as a lead single for the album. Like, let's just surprise the system. You know, I like something that Kanye says where it's like he's trying to raise the taste level of a generation. You know, that's what like I resonate with. Where it's like people have been fed something for so long that just show that there's something else. You know, and sometimes that something else might shock the system. Like if you've been drinking muddy water for the longest time, when you drink clean water, your system might actually be like, nah, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's just that shock to the system where it's like, look, this is what's there, this is what's being done, yo, we can do this as well, you know? So it's just hitting those points where it's like, yo, okay, 3 verses, unorthodox instrumental, no 808s, you know, cinematic experience. That's what we're going for. So we're going for...
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Now we got Cubase in the cut, you know.
And we got the Marlboro merch in the cut.
Got the Marlboro merch in the cut. Yeah. Remember, yo, Marlboro merch. It's gonna be new stock soon. You gotta copy. This is also very intentional.
The Marlboro shop.
You know what I'm saying? The Marlboro shop. Marlboro. Anyway, I don't wanna give too much away.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see where we started. So see that intro, bro. It reminds me of like dance hall, like Zim dance hall type vibe. It's like something that, you know, when you hear that intro, especially like, because we shot parts of the video in Bali, you know, like that intro just like gets the listener ready for the experience, you know. It's like, wait, imagine it's a almost sensory overload, because you're like, yo, wait. Like I'm hearing like these hard hitting drums, then I hear takayenda. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I put like reverb, a lot of reverb just to emphasize that.
I be feeling like Simba, got a scar from my childhood. Timon and Pumbaa didn't make it down in my hood. Hakuna Matata, more like Hakuna Magets, while others focused on drip, woke up in cold sweat. Those were tough.
So where was MAGITARE recorded? Obviously here, but my verse was recorded right here where I'm sitting. My microphone was right here. And I actually had a bit of a cold. That's why my voice sounds a bit raspy on the record. But I was like, you know what? You know, sometimes it sounds a little bit iller when you leave the cold, like the raspy voice in it. So yeah. So initially, like Massey, I actually made him like do like backings for the verses, like on my verse. But then when I was playing it back, I felt like it wasn't gelling, though I wanted it to gel. So I just kept his backings on his first, right? So
Didn't make it down in my hood. Hakuna Matata, more like Hakuna. It's in the big facts. Freestyle from Fight or Flight Pack. What a throwback. Might have been a boy didn't catch. These days achieve my dreams and ask what's the catch. Cause when I look back, I never had it like that.
So Massey, he did like the first take. Like, let me solo. So that's like the first layer, and I was like, yo, bro, do another layer under that. Guys. And another thing is, MAGITARE is not the type of song you listen to when you have one earphone working. That's not the record. Because
invest in them earphones.
Invest in the earphones.
Them headphones.
Yeah. So shout out to Pro G, because he also noticed this. He's actually the only person who's actually hit me up like, oh, I peeped what you did here. The chorus is moving from one ear to the other. Now, look at it, it's like a pendulum. Got it. Yeah, I got it. If I'm not tapping this, I'm not. It's just going like this. So if you have one earphone now, it's just going like, what's going on?
Which one is this one?
Which one is this one? So don't worry. It was intentional to do that. So there's a bunch of effects on that actually, because I put like a clone effect. Let me actually play it with no effects. So then I put this effect. And chorus. Now listen, I spent like a long time trying to get this chorus to sound correct. Like, it took me a long time. Like, I remember like literally tinkering like days upon days, like trying to make sure that the chorus is sounding on point. Then it's muted.
In my safe space in the afternoon, that was after school. Had to rely on my imagination. On the phone, my friends around, what a situation.
So usually I don't put as much reverb on verses, but this one, because it was like a rock vibe and stuff, I was like, yeah, then we put effects, then we get to Massey's verse, third verse.
Well, the smaller king is meant to introduce himself. Hey, how are my bells and whistles? When I sign my initials, I give rappers dismissals. Yep.
Just before we get to Massey's verse, there's this little section.
Together, no forecast, we had so many storms to weather. Only confidence change.
Tough skins together, dreams of Coachella. Now, if I drop the acapella, I know like producers will chop that and can make a beat with that. So I want to I actually do it a lot in my verses where I'm like, there's a certain section which I want it to be like dramatic. Tough skins like leather, dreams of Coachella. Something that just tantalizes the imagination to sort of just see us at Coachella. You know what I'm saying? How's the vibe?
Coachella coming soon.
Coachella coming soon.
When I sign my initials, I give rappers dismissals.
So on Massey's verse we have like these backings.
I give rappers dismissals.
So just put like a little radio effect on that. It just complements the vibes, you know what I'm saying?
When I acting like a Buddha, didn't call me Buddha, say my trust, I'm on the good and definitive.
Acting like a Buddha. Didn't even come out like Buddha. Bro, it's too bad.
Stop playing.
The voice is too
Acting
bad.
like a Buddha, didn't call me Buddha, say my trust, I'm on the good and definitive. Time I see my hand, Dina 6 right kunga.
I don't know what that meant. That sounds ill.
That's floating.
It was floating.
Acting like a Buddha, didn't call me Buddha, say my trust, I'm on the good and definitive. Time I see my hand, Dina 6 right kunga, minus 7. Mamita papa ndo majalira kushika. Wait a minute, can I know the drama? I'm sitting here giving off 6 DM, but the act you know what's the call of
How did I achieve that effect? So let me play this without effects. This is gonna be actually crazy. So what is that? It's an aesthetic. It's sonic aesthetics. It gives it a certain vibe, you know. So I added a guitar, usually an effect that's put on guitars. I put it on my voice. That's our good friend Autotune, but I don't use Autotune. I use Gravion too. The ops aren't happy, bro. The ops will be like, nah, Autotune. Yeah. I was using Gravion. That was the mix process for MAGITARE. Took me how long to mix? Well, I don't know. If you count the whole process, it's like a year. Because the instrumental, putting elements together, but the vocal processing, probably 2 weeks. 2 weeks of refining, re-refining stuff until it was like at a stage where we're like, okay, we can put this out and the people can vibe to it. So yeah, that was the pretty much the making of MAGITARE, the record. Funny enough, when I sent Massey like the beat for MAGITARE, I sent him like a couple of beats, and he sent like a verse for another beat. And I was like, yo, but like the MAGITARE one, bro. He's like, oh, which one is that one again? Like, I had to like go to the message and go like, this one, nigga, this one, the one we put a dope hook on. Yeah, it came through. I played him some stuff from the album. He recorded. And the dope part about Massey, like he's really a professional rapper. Like he comes through, does his verses, and he actually leaves you with extras. Like yo, if you need like to pick between these takes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how MAGITARE was made. We don't have, there's no like, you see, like engineers and stuff like that. I'm the engineer, the producer, you know.
Multi-talented.
The multi-talented. The multi-talented. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. It was a great experience making that. The video was brazy. Just like making the video was fun. Yeah, it was just like with gang, shot it at PE, then went in Bali. It was nostalgic, and it's really a full, like MAGITARE is like a full circle moment, because from these two kids who met like in '06 at PE to making a record like this, you know, it's dope. It's dope. So we're glad that you're vibing to it. Please continue streaming MAGITARE. Watch the video, share it, and yeah, you know, this is Six the Law reporting from Nirvana Studios on Third World Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where, like, you know, YouTubers they have to put like, yo, like, share, subscribe. Gotta like, share, subscribe. And yeah, it's good vibes, man. It's good vibes. Look out for it. New music, album coming. It's what it is.